Dear President, I was really wondering, why do I get this lecture at this conference? I'm surrounded by women leaders. I don't think I've ever been in a cardiology congress with so many females in leadership position. I think you gave me the wrong title, but I did my homework. So if you look at women leader in cardiology, contemporary profile of the world European region, here you are, percentage of women cardiology leader per country. So this was in 2021, and you are number 3 from top. So this is really, really impressive, and you should be congratulated about that. And just as a reminder, my country of birth, which I left, now you know why I left 33 years ago, Germany, 0%. Yes, there is no head of cardiology in Germany who is a female professor. I mean, there are female professors, but they're not leading departments. And they still count me. I immigrated 33 years ago. I looked at the list of German female professors in cardiology. They list Professor Karen SLIWA, and I'm immigrated. They have so few. And so you really, I think it's a stunning image, and you really should be proud as a country that you jointly somehow achieved that. So what stops women to go into cardiology? And there is a beautiful paper published, and yeah, there you can see it. So one is the excessive duration of training, the desire for less competitive environment, absence of supportive mentors, I don't think you have that problem, limited ability to work part-time, that's what a lot of women mentioned in the report, pregnancy outcome in the context of demanding work hours, which is important. There is a beautiful paper in JACC which showed that female cardiology have children with a lower birth rate in the US. I was very shocked about that because of longer working, look, it's perceived, because of longer working hours, taking less maternity leave, that was published last year, and occupation radiation. Then, what does it take to become a leader? How do you become a leader? I think it's a mental decision. You have to decide, I want to be that person. There is nothing else. I really think that's 90% of becoming a leader, male or female. That is it. And then some are natural leaders, and some need to develop leadership skills. But everyone can become a leader. I really believe that. And I can tell you for myself, I did speaker courses. I couldn't speak publicly. I did 4. I was really very bad. And you learn. It's something you can learn. And people, it's something what is forgotten. Everyone thinks you're born like that. Okay, some are gifted, but nothing stops to change. I found while I prepared this lecture an interview which was done in 2005, almost 20 years, where I was asked by the British Medical Journal about becoming a leader and the challenges. I mean, that's a long time ago. I don't think I was a leader at that time. And I looked up what I've written. I was really curious. And then I wrote something. I know why some people were upset with me at that time. Don't expect to be loved by everybody. So I wrote, you should not expect to be loved by all your colleagues. It's inevitable that some people will be jealous of your success. You should strive for a respectful, fair working relationship with your colleagues. Try to be good in a particular field, but acknowledge the excellence of your colleagues in other areas and collaborate with them. And I think that was a good sentence 20 years ago, because in many societies, little girls are used to be, we are trained, little girls or the mothers in the society, to be respectful, not to put themselves forward. It's in the nature of the upbringing in many cultures, and I think it's important, but to some extent for leadership positions, it's a certain barrier. So I think, and obviously in some societies, and I really don't mean Tunisia, there are barriers for women going into leadership positions. And then I come to that, make academic medicine better for the next generation. So there are many success stories. And Meryl, do you see yourself there? I also found a picture. So I have a very long-lasting collaboration with many women. So with my Professor Mokumbi from Edouard Mondlane University. She's really famous and writes many Lancet papers. Caroline Lam, I know more than 20 years. Barbara Casadei, we are very good friends, and Prof. Denise Hilfinger-Kleinert. So, and that is important, to have a network of women you work, and you form your network, and that's for my daughter Julia. You form your networks when you are in your end 20s, early 30s, and they become lifelong friends. Yeah, I mentioned the network mentorship. Try to find mentors who are leaders in the fields. Their tips and guidance will be really useful for moving forward. Get involved, and that is really participate in medical associations, societies, committees. People get to know you, and that can lead to leadership positions. I really believe in that. You build your career by working in all those little committees. Initially, you don't see value, but it is important. Leadership roles, then try to get leadership roles in your own institutions and medical associations. Continue to improve your leadership skills, knowledge in your field. You have to know something, and it's a journey that requires ongoing learning and growth. Then lead by example, ethics, remain ethical, professionalist, and that are really also key to recognition and long-term success. Then a balanced lifestyle. I really believe in that. Have friends, go out, have fun. This also ensures long-term success. It's not sustainable to work yourself to death. You can do it for a short time, but long time, it's not possible. I really think so. So this is a key sentence, I think. Now I have a slide. What should senior and peer men cardiologists do? So, eliminate or mitigate bias and provide true camaraderie and allyship. Support equality in parental roles at home. And ensure that there is appropriate participation, authorship, international committees, and conferences. I mean, here in Tunisia, you really don't have this problem, but in many countries, as you have seen, this is not the case. And Meryl will agree, there are many discussions about percentages of women presenting at conferences, being in committees. At the ESC, I know very well, 30% have now to be sharing committees or sessions at the ESC. There is a percentage, and many societies have had to introduce that. Next, what should senior women cardiology do? Leave a lasting legacy by creating a smoother path for others, by being proactive, nominating other women cardiologists into leadership positions. And I really believe in that. And I was president of the World Heart Federation from 1919 to 2020, and the vice president after me is Professor Aman Bakwem. And I did promote her, I did nominate her. She is brilliant, why not? And I'm also very proud, here I did well, I really have to say this. I was the first female president of the South African Heart Association. You can see 2015 to 16. After me was Professor Liesel Zülke, and after Liesel it was Blanche Coupineau. And I mean, there again, there are other brilliant men, and I'm not against men, obviously not. But I mean, you have, look, I was the first in both positions, and it's good if there is a second one. So I don't think that's particularly biased or wrong. And with that, I want to end. Thank you.